Hey guys, I hope everybody's doing well. Today I wanted to make an audio about worry and settling worry. Oftentimes worry shows up in many areas of our lives and we just accept it or we allow it to consume us. And I've realized how much that has just truly affected my life and the overall quality of how I live my life. And so I wanted to make this audio today to talk about worry and how to navigate worry and how to really learn how to release that. So today I'm going to hang out with a couple of friends, and I have been anticipating this hangout for a long time because for the majority of summer I haven't done much. And so I was just really excited to go, and I started my day off pretty early, but all these little things started coming up and I would take care of them or whatever and then dismiss them, take care of them and then dismiss them. And I sat for a while with God before I left, and he was just telling me, like, there are things that you're worrying about that you don't have to worry about. And what are they? And I was just like, is this like insecurity? And he said, yeah, this is insecurity showing up in your life. And I promised you, like, I was like worrying about every little thing about this hangout to the T, and God was just like, there is a solution for everything. And when we're always in a state of insecurity, or when we're always in a state of worry, like, we don't think in abundance. All we think about is there's never going to be enough. There's going to be no way. And a good example of this was I had just filled up my car with gas, and I was just like, I calculated the distance because I was going to pick up my friends. So the distance to like the train station, and in total it was 32 minutes. And so I thought to myself, I just filled up the gas, but what if there's not enough gas to get me there and back? And so I was like, oh, should I fill up gas again? Should I put more gas in? And then God just stopped me, and he was just like, number one, your car is super reliable. And number two, there is more than enough gas to get you there and back probably 6 times. Like, you don't need to put in gas. You just put in gas. You have more than enough gas to get you there and back. Why are you worrying? Why are you letting insecurity seep in? And then I was just like, no, look, I'm just preparing. And God told me there's a difference between worrying and proper preparation. And he said, you have gas in your car. You have more than enough. So this isn't preparing. This is you worrying. If you had 2 bars of gas, then I would understand. But you have gas in the car. This is literally you worrying. And then I was like, okay, but I'm just like trying to prepare in case the gas goes down. And he told me, like, even in that situation and even in that scenario, if the gas were to deplete, aren't there gas stations all around you? Like, could you not just stop your car and get gas if you actually need it? And it sounded so simple to me, but what God was trying to highlight to me was that we make a big deal out of super small things. We let insecurity literally take over everything. And when I stepped back and I looked at it from that perspective, I'm just like, yeah, I literally did just fill up gas. And even if I don't have enough, there's going to be a gas station. I'm going to be able to fill it up. And God reiterated to me, there's resources all around you. You're never lacking in resources. You're never lacking in what it is you need. And so I'm just here to encourage somebody to drop that lifestyle of worry. It is so easy to worry, and especially if all our lives we've worried. All our lives we've been trained to worry about things. It's very hard to break that stronghold, because that's ultimately what it is. Insecurity is a stronghold, and a lot of the times we think insecurity is being humble, like you're humbling yourself, but insecurity is so dangerous because it doesn't just have to do with looks, or it doesn't just have to do with money. It has to do with everything. Like, it seeps into every area of your life. And so I'm just spending all this time worrying, and it's just supposed to be a fun hangout. I'm like, I need to rush, I need to get this done. And God's just like, you have the whole day. You have nothing planned for today. Like, take your time. Take your time. You're never going to get this time back. You're never going to be in this exact area at this exact time doing this exact thing with these exact people ever again. So just take your time. You don't need to rush. You don't need to have everything done at once. You don't need to figure everything out at once. And that's what insecurity tells us. Insecurity tells us that we need to have it all figured out because what if? And when you constantly think what if for everything, like it literally ruins you. It literally ruins you. When you're always thinking about the what ifs, it stops you from getting the best that God has for you. It stops you from tapping into the resources that are all around you. Because when we say what if, we are literally focusing our attention on our worry and blurring everything in the background. And so when we blur everything in the background and we fix our focus on our worry, we fail to see how many resources we really do have. And so when we blur that worry and we fix our focus on everything in the background, we're so abundant, not just in resources, but in time, in love, in wealth, in friends, in support, in kindness, in gentleness, in self-control. But we never know what we truly have until we tap into it. So today, if you're worrying about something, if you're trying to overanalyze something, if you're trying to figure everything out all at once, I'm going to encourage you to not worry because everything is settled. No matter how big it is, it's a debt you have to pay. Your school tuition is due today. Every last thing concerning you is settled.